Did you drive on the highways?
Yes.
Okay. What is the maximum that?
I drove 180. The average consumption of what a 80 meter square house takes.
So if you don't heat house properly, it leads to growing of the mold that can cause you illness.
As rosy as what you dream about, right? Like sitting in a lawn, having a cup of tea and all those things. Because when it comes to maintaining that, you get to know what actual pain is.
So in India, you lived in cities, Bangalore, Mumbai. What I think is most of the bigger companies, they are usually situated in the bigger cities of India. But if you come here, so even in the smallest village, you can find the biggest companies, right? So that's how you actually now you are living in a very small village, right? But your company is very nearby, and you bought a house there. And so, how was your experience with the? So, how did you come so quickly to buy a house? And what are the hurdles you faced, or your experiences during the buying of the house? How easy or how tough it is? Can you share those details?
Sure. I think both of us like to live in our own house. Because even our first house in Bangalore, we bought it pretty quickly. So I think it's just 2-3 years we got married, and then we thought, okay, let's go for a house and find a place, our own place to live in. I think that same thing continued when we moved to Germany. We wanted to have our own place because that gives you some sort of comfort and confidence. It's okay, you are having loans. People might think having loans will bring down your confidence, but it boosts you up and it also gives you motivation because you have to fulfill that loan. Yeah. I think we like to stay in a place where we own. That's one reason we thought, okay, let's try something that we, if something works out. But I think because we got something very close to office, which is around 4 kilometers from our office, we thought, okay, that's a good deal. So yeah, we didn't think much about it, and we went ahead to buy it.
My experience is like here it's good that okay, we got an neighbor where like they really helped us in terms of understanding what really we need to look in terms of buying in house, and what are the basic necessary things we need to see here, because back in India we don't have this much of infrastructure to maintain a house, right? What we need is just a kind of the vacuum cleaner. That's more than enough to maintain your house, right? Like but here I learned a lot, like you need to know how to maintain your house in terms of
Not only
maintaining inside, outside. Yeah.
And you are bound to maintain
Exactly certain things, right? We had a dream of having our own lawn and all those things. What eventually, like we are planning in India also, like if we used to continue in India, we thought of building our own house and all, but that is what precisely we are looking at here. So those experiences are very different, that how do you maintain your lawn and all, like because it's not as rosy as what you dream about, right? Like sitting in a lawn, having a cup of tea and all those things. Because when it comes to maintaining that, you get to know what actual pain is. So but I understand that, right? Like because you have
Can you explain some rules that you have to maintain?
Probably I may not know what the main rules are.
Yeah, I know some rules. So
Yeah.
Germany is full of rules. Whatever you do.
Every country has a rules, but in terms of applying.
Back in India, I'm not aware of so many rules that at least that will cause or fine me with huge amounts, right? But here there are rules for everything. So how you dispose your garbage is one rule. when do you lawn your mow your lawn is, there are specific timings. You're not supposed to mow your lawn after 7 p.m. in the nights or before 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. You're not supposed to do that.
because of the noise.
Yes. And on a Saturday, you have to stop it by 6 p.m. On a Sunday, no, don't trouble anyone. Sunday is
Sunday is a calm day.
calm day. Yeah. So no noises. So many things are there. But individual houses, even you have like how many fruit trees you have to grow, how many flowering trees you have to grow. Overall, how many trees you are, you have a house of 500 square meter, for example. In this 500 square meter, how many trees should be there? So you have to maintain that ecological balance there. So Germany is all about, at least so far what I understood, it is very environment friendly. They want to maintain that system still so very well. So that's why if you see every 2-3 kilometers you will find small villages where probably 600-700 people or sometimes 1,000 people will be there. But it's not like a continuous expansion of a big city and then you find another city only after 20 kilometers. That's not their strategy. So the strategy of developing the whole country is quite different, and wherever you go, you only see green. That's the most beautiful part of it. So they maintain it, and even in the residential areas, they want to maintain and they want you to abide by certain laws.
Yeah, there are some plants which actually takes groundwater and evaporates, and you are not allowed to grow them.
Yeah. There is one tree, the small plant, we were not knowing about it. So we wanted to remove it because we thought it is just not on the right path. But then we were told it absorbs the water so that your walls are actually protected.
Oh, okay.
So the gardener didn't remove it. He told it is actually helping you guys. So don't go by its look. Try to maintain it so that it's actually helpful for your main wall. So it's deep science. So we never understood the plants and also depth in India. But now coming here, yeah, there are so many things that you have to take care of. At least in Germany, you're not even supposed to use some sort of pesticides and some sort of cleaning agents. You have to allow the grass, you have to allow the plants to grow. They are for good, for sure. But as Ram said, mowing a lawn, because he does that, it's a hard job. Yeah. I mean, you have to spend time, and it's also something that demands you physically some sort of work, and which we are not used to so far, right? So that's where that motivation don't come up so easily. But your neighbors are good enough to make you motivated because they always keep it so clean. So yeah, it motivates you keep your lawn clean.
Yeah, but personally, what I feel is like knowing all those things helps you to maintain your house very clean, and most importantly, it makes you stay fit.
Recently, I got to know something that somebody were reporting about molds. So the eventual comparison came down to, okay, you are living in an 80 square meter apartment, so the actual consumption of electricity or the gas has to be this much, but you only consumed so little. You are trying to save your heating, so you did not heat your house properly. So he was fined. So heating it properly is also needed. It is compared with actually the average consumption of what a 80 meter square house takes.
So if you don't heat house properly, it leads to growing of the mold that can cause you illness.
Yes.
That can
And
be-
also your house will get damaged.
Let's talk a bit about your experience of getting a driving license in Germany, and also driving on German roads. You already have I think you have experience of driving in India, but then, but here, driving is not the main thing. Knowing the rules is the main thing. Driving according to the rules is the major thing here. That's where we actually fail in the exams, right? So, can you share some experiences with that? How you actually started with the I think with the first aid course and then a written exam and then driving exams.
So, you first start with enrolling yourself for an eye test and a first aid training program. This whole thing carries out for one whole day. So you start it at 8 a.m. or something, and then your day ends at 5 p.m. or 5:30 something. That's a long day. But good thing is you can enroll to this program even from India.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you don't need to have your city registration, anything. Just enroll for it, pay for it, block your date so that you plan your things much ahead if you want your car so early, right? So we did the same thing. We enrolled for our eye test and first aid training from India itself. So our first weekend in Germany was into that. So we went to the place, we had our eye test and then first aid training. Quite interesting training it will be.
I found it very useful.
Yes, it's absolutely useful. I heard some people saying it's boring. No, it is a life skill. So you will realize and appreciate it when you get a moment where you can save one life or you have to deal that emergency situation, which is quite common when you are on road.
They also literally taught me how to do the CPR.
Yes, and they have such good facilities. They use so much of bandages and all, so that you're trained properly, right? So they have all the equipments for all the participants. So it's not like they just show you and it is done. They make you do everything. So that's one thing, and after that, your city registration is another thing. So you have to have your city registration. Once you have an address, you do your city registration and you get your certificate from there. And after that, if you are already having an Indian driving license, yeah, go to the. We went to Landkreis because we are not staying in the actual city. But if you are in the actual city, you have to go to the Rathaus. So go there, give your license details and everything, and already you have to know to which driving school you are getting enrolled into. So give the driving school name and start your application process. It will take around 3 weeks.
Maybe.
Yeah, 3 weeks to open your file, and once the file is open, you have to go to your driving school. So how will you know your file is open? You will get a letter to your house stating that how much you have to pay for your theory exam, practical exam, and everything. So then you have to go to your driving school.
Did you attend the driving? No, no. Did you attend the theory classes here?
No. So you go to the driving school because you have experience, you have license for so long. You don't need to go for theory classes, but theory test is mandatory.
Okay.
So there are around 1300 to 1500 questions somewhere. I don't remember the exact count. So you have to prepare for all those questions. And as Ram already said, they are quite confusing. So you have to do them repeatedly, so that you get comfort. And passing score is also too high. It is 90% you have to score. I don't think which is the case in other countries. At least in US and all, it's not 90%. But in Germany, it's quite demanding. So okay, now you are confident, you tell your driving school that you're confident, they'll book a slot for you, you go, you take your theory test, and immediately after your test is done, your result is out. So they'll tell you whether you're passed or you're failed, whatever it is. And once you have passed, go back to your driving school, sort out the schedule with them. When is the trainer available? For me, the challenge is I don't understand German. So I have to request for an English trainer. And English trainers are high in demand here. So getting their slots is very, they have very limited slots, and that too, you are working, your availability is also limited. So usually in Germany, people don't work after 5 p.m. But somehow these trainers allow you, they will allow you to drive some days even at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. if they are available. So somehow managed, but it didn't really go well with the first driving school that I started with. I was going nowhere. I was driving for 6 months almost, and I was nowhere. My trainer says me that I'm ready for a test, but he never allows me to take a mock test also. And yeah, it didn't really go well. We had heated argument, and then I decided, okay, I'm coming out of the driving school, but I don't know what to do.
Okay.
So am I to start the entire process again? Because
Again, in the sense from the beginning of written exam.
that's what I don't know at that point of time. So thing is, once you have cleared your theory test, you will have only 1 year to complete your practical test. If you don't clear your practical test within this 1 year, for whatever be the reason, you will have to undergo the whole process again, start from your theory exam again.
Okay.
So I have just another 4 or 5 months left. So I started getting like, okay, I just have very limited time, and this thing has happened with my first driving school. I started posting in social media. Okay, how can I figure out things? And I started talking to you all as well, right? This is my situation. How do I deal with it? Then, okay, I think 1 month was just gone in those discussions and getting the information, all that. Then I went to different schools again. I started explaining my situation. Then one school told, okay, fine, no issues, you come over. And she helped me to do a quick transfer. I don't have to do anything. I just have to write an email to Landcrease and tell them that I want to change my school. They did that immediately. And in my second school, yeah, I was able to finish my practical test within with just having what 6 to 10, not even 10 classes, 6 to 8 classes. Yeah,
Okay. And you're done.
and I'm done. Yeah,
First time.
first time. Yeah,
I failed 2 times.
that's okay. That's Germany.
All right. Because having a driving license is very important here. That saves you a lot of time and comfort.
And it's quite expensive process also. The whole process is very, very expensive. So you really have to plan it and take it accordingly.
And the good thing is you don't have to pay at once,
No,
right?
no.
You can.
Yeah, for 4 or 5 classes, they will tell, okay, now you can pay me, then we can pay them. Or every class you can go back and pay them. So you can even say, okay, this month I don't have my budget, so let me not schedule any classes. I'll schedule it in the next a month. That is also totally fine.
How much you spent totally?
I think 3,200, 3,500, between 3 to 3,500. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you fail once, then it will go to I think 400 euros more each time you fail for this.
Yeah, and because I shifted my school, I have to pay 200 euros additional because of this shifting. Because I have to enroll to the new school, right? So the enrollment fees is 200 euros.
But finally, when you are driving, how do you feel? You feel safe, and because everything is according to the rules.
It's easy. Everything is according to the rules, and now Ram did a lot of research on the vehicle that we have to take, and he took an adaptive cruise vehicle. So that makes your life so easy because of the rules that you have, and because of the different speed limits that you have. Every time you have to be careful. Okay, in which speed limit I'm in. But with adaptive, it automatically detects and it maintains your vehicle in that speed.
It automatically detects.
Automatically detects. So there will be a camera, there will be a sensor which reads the signboard, and then which will regulate your vehicle into and maintain your vehicle in that speed.
Okay,
So that's nice feature these new vehicles are having. So it
because I paid many fines due to over speed. Because within the cities you are allowed to you are not allowed to cross 50 kilometers per hour, and unless it is specified 30. Did you drive on the highways?
yes, we went to Czech Republic, Prague. So I drove.
From Germany to Prague, you drove. Super. Only in Germany highways you find unlimited speed. Okay. What was the maximum that you tried?
I drove 180.
If you have really good condition car, you don't even know that it is going 180. Especially when the highway is clear.
True.
Cool. Are you enjoying your Indian friends or Indian culture? Are you missing your festivals, something like that?
I should say that because when you are out of your country, right? Like definitely you look for a group where you can meet regularly and you can chill, right? Fortunately, what we got is very good group, right? Like, you know, we have like altogether 7-8 families where we have. It is rare to happen that, you know, all this group will be so active and this thing, and we got that. Actually, we are so happy till now that, you know, okay, we got such a nice group, and we chill out, like we celebrate birthdays, we celebrate festivals, we gather a lot, we do partying.
You respect each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
definitely.
course. Meeting you in Aldi was the moment, I would say, that has
Yeah, that
opened
has
the doors
opened
for
the
the social
doors,
circle for us in Germany.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, but you already have a friend here.
Yeah, but I'm saying circles,
circles, right?
right?
Thank you. So, what's your next plans? Maybe next 10 years or 5 years? You want to explore other countries or?
Yeah, we just want to go with the flow. Because we don't want to plan more, because currently we are just looking at my son to complete his 12th here, and bit more concentrate on his badminton, and see that, you know, till where he goes.
So, but thank you so much for once again for your time, and I wish you all the best, and hope you stay with us in a couple of decades here
Decades.
in Germany.